ジョアさん、お休みはどうでしたか？
よかったです。
そうですか？
楽しかったです。はい。
天気はどうでしたか？
天気は、そうですでよかったですが、まだ雨です。
So I don't quite understand. You said that the weather's quite good in Azores. But...
It was quite good in Azores,
yeah.
But after
Uh-huh.
It was rainy because I spent 1 week in the Azores and then I spent another week in the north of Portugal.
Okay.
ポルトガルの北、天気がとても雨です。
雨がよく降りましたね。
はい。
雨がよく降りました。
でも、ポルトガルの北、森あります。
Forests.
だから、秋の色が良かったです。
はい。紅葉というでしょうかね。
はい。紅葉。
はい。Sorry, just a second. 綺麗でしたか？紅葉は綺麗でしたか？
綺麗です。綺麗でした。でも、sorry。とてもキノコがいました。
Mushrooms?
Mushrooms, yes.
はい。
面白い。How do you say I had never seen?
見たことがありません。
見たことが、キノコは見たことがありません。
Okay. So you want to say there were mushrooms that you'd never seen before?
I'd never seen so many mushrooms.
そんなにキノコ、そんなに which means that many. そんなにキノコ、キノコが見たことがないですね。
キノコが見たことがありません。
そうですか。それはありません。Just leave it as ありません because it mean you still haven't seen that many mushrooms before. それは雨のせいですか？
雨の
せい。Kind of means the fault of rain or because of rain.
はい。
それで、アゾールズで海で泳ぎましたか？
海？
それとも海で
泳ぎません。
そうですか。寒い。
でも、水がnot hot. How do you say warm?
あったかい。
暖かったです。
そうです。すごいですね。はい、ありがとうございます。こんばんは、皆さん。キムさん、ご両親のお祝いはどうでしたか？ご両親、your parents のお祝い、celebration はどうでしたか？
ご両親
parents, your parents, ご両親。お祝い。お祝い。celebrate。はい。
よかったです。
たくさん飲みましたか？
はい。
酔っ払いましたか？
たくさん食べましたか？
食べました。
食べました。
あ、そうですか。
はい。
そのお祝いは、キムさんの家で行いましたか？そのお祝いは、キムさんの家でやりましたか？しましたか？
Something about my house?
そのお祝い、ご両親のご両親のお祝いは、Your parents' celebration、
Yes.
キムさんの家でやりましたか？
やりました。
あ、やりました。全部しました。
If we did the celebrations at my place?
はい。
家。How am I going to say that with things I know? ベリダイザーに行きました。
ベリダイさんってベルギーのレストランですか？
いえ、ベルギーのズーです。
あ、そう。動物園。動物園。
動物園。
はい。
はい
キムさんのご両親は動物ですか？
いえ。
そうですか。The celebration was at a zoo.
We spent the one day at the zoo.
あ
At the zoo.
あ、はい。一日動物園で、いや、まあ、やりましたね。起こしました。
Okay. はい。
一日動物、どうぞ。一日
動物で
動物園で
動物園でやりました。
はい。そして飲み会はどこでやりましたか？飲み会 means like drinking party. Like it's a party where you drink alcohol. 飲み会。
Every night? How do you say that?
Feels like an Alcoholics Anonymous meeting. 毎晩。はい。
毎晩、ホテルで、飲みました。
飲み会しました。
飲み会しました。
そうか。はい、ありがとうございます。じゃあ、let's carry on, guys. Hi, David. Hi, Aga. Hi, Kelly.
すみません、遅くなりました。
いいですよ、大丈夫ですよ。じゃあ、それをちょっと注意しましょう。Sorry, I'm late. So this is a good opportunity to learn a sentence. So you can do what David said, which was osoku narimashita, which means I became late. This is kind of what usually I say, because it's kind of easy to remember. Osoi meaning either late or slow, and narimashita to say to become. Naru, to become. But what most Japanese people say is okuremashita. Okuremashita. So this comes from okureru, which means to be delayed. So you say, okurimashita, simasen, or okurimashita, gomenasai. So this is a slightly better phrase to use. If you're just late arriving for something which is already running, then you can say okurimashita, simasen, or okurete shimaimashita, which means unfortunately, kind of introduces a feeling of regret. Okurete shimaimashita, and then you can finish it with either sumimasen or gomenasai. Either of these is fine. but. Just wait for you guys to finish writing notes. Everybody okay to continue? Okay, if you keep people waiting though, there's a way of saying sorry to keep you waiting. I think some of you probably know this one already. Can anybody have a guess? Kelly or Aga, I'm sure you probably know this already. Either of you? No, okay, this is omatase shimaimashita. I'm sure you've heard it before.
No.
You remember now, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You hear it quite often when you see anime or Japanese series, but I think most of the time it's just omatase.
Omatase, yeah, yeah. So colloquially, you can just say omatase. Let's use all of our. I mean, we've studied grammar to such a huge degree now. It would be a shame to not analyze this sentence and find out exactly how it's constructed. Everything, I think, except the polite speech. We haven't gone into polite speech enough to kind of do a complete analysis, but we can see where this comes from. So matsu, you don't need to copy this down, guys. This is only just a kind of interesting deep dive. Matsu means, guys, unmute yourselves. This is going to be a casual bit.
Wait.
To wait, right, good.
Wait.
And then if you think of the causative of to wait, to make somebody wait, what would that be?
Mataseru.
One more time, Kim.
Mataseru.
Very good. Mataseru. Mataseru. From the causative form, to make somebody to wait. And then this is then has the honorific o put at the beginning. Then if you were to put this into just simply I kept you waiting with a sense of regret, then this would simply be matasete shimaimashita. You all know this term shimaimashita, don't you? You've heard this before. Give me a wave if you don't know what shimaimashita means. Okay, Kim, you've definitely heard it before.
Was it of Friday?
No. It was
No.
at a normal lesson at some point. Okay, so let's just quickly jump out of this then. Shimao, if you type this into your dictionary, dict or something. Shimao.
To end up.
Stop.
Yeah, it's this first one. To finish, to stop, to end, put an end to bring to a close. If you scroll down slightly, at the bottom of that entry, it should say something like to do accidentally, to do without meaning to happen to do. Can you see this on dict at least? Yeah, you'll see this?
Yep.
Okay, so if you add shimao to any te form of a verb, it means it was an accident, it was not intentional. It means I'm sorry. So for example, if you said Lucas no donuts o tabete shimaimashita, this means unfortunately I ate Lucas's donuts. And it kind of means I'm sorry for eating your donuts.
You ate them accidentally.
Yeah, exactly. They fell in my mouth and I chewed them and swallowed them. Sorry about that. Yeah, exactly like this. So we can just take any te form of a verb, as we've got here, and put shimaimashita after it to say sorry for this happening. You can even give a warning to say something unfortunate is going to happen. For example, I'm afraid I'm going to fail my exam. Shiken o ochite shimaimasu. It seems like I'm going to fail my exam. Shiken o ochite shimaimasu. Okay, so we've got matasete shimaimashita, this one here. We've just moved that away from everything else. So we've got some space. Matasete shimaimashita. This means without meaning to, I made you wait. Now, all that happens now is we honorize, we make this more polite. So we put o in the beginning, matase. Now, you can leave this as it is to make it uber polite. And then say shimaimashita. Instead of saying te at the end, you can leave that as it is, matase shimaimashita.
Makes it less polite?
Makes it more polite, actually.
It makes it more polite.
Yeah, the reason for this is there's a kind of keigo, a kind of honorific speech, which is instead of saying, for example, watashite agemasu. This means I will pass it over to you. Watashite agemasu. This is kind of fairly polite already. I will give you the passing over of this thing. You can express this more politely to say watase shimasu. And then this is usually made honorized with o watase shimasu. This just makes it into very, very polite.
But because of this, because it comes from the causative form.
So at the moment, sorry, I beg your pardon. This is sorry, that's a mistake. O watashi shimasu. O watashi shimasu. So you chop off the mas and put shimasu in place, and it sounds like I will do the passing over to you, which makes it sound much more polite. O watashi shimasu. Yeah. So now, though, we've turned it into the causative, matase, add the honorific, o, and put the break this off before we get to the mas and put shi instead of saying shimasu, shimaimasu to say unfortunately. Omatase shimaimashita. Omatase shimaimashita. And here we are, back to here. Omatase shimaimashita. Omatase shimaimashita. Sorry to keep you waiting. I would say at the moment, the most important thing is to remember shimao, te shimao. Unfortunately, I did something. So let's do a quick run through, shall we? David, how would you say, sorry, I forgot your birthday?
Tanjoubi o wasurete shimaimashita.
Good. O tanjoubi o wasurete shimaimashita. Okay, how would you say, I'm sorry, I dropped your glass?
To drop, it was ochiwo?
Otosu.
Otosu. Glasu. Glasu o otoshite shimaimashita.
Very good. Otoshite shimaimashita. Kelly, how would you say, I had an accident with a car. I had a car accident.
車を事故してしまいました。
Exactly. 車の事故をしてしまいました。車の事故をしてしまいました。Joel, how do you say, I'm sorry, I took your seat?
Sito?
Seat. You can seki is better. Seki.
Seki o totte shimaimashita.
Good. Seki o totte shimaimashita. Good. Kim, how do you say, I'm sorry, I looked at my birthday present? Or I saw my birthday present.
Is it Tanjobi no
Presents is present.
no presento
はい。
をに
Yeah.
を見てしまいました。
Good. Yeah. Tanjobi presento o mitte shimaimashita. Łukasz, how would you say, I'm sorry, I'm going to punch you in the face?
顔面に
Gamen o, I think.
顔面を
Punch is tsuku. It's the same as thrust. Tsuku.
顔面をつく
Same as thrust. Like tsuki.
Yeah, but is it tsuku or what?
Yeah, Tsuku.
て
Not tsute, but the ku
is
becomes.
that one or
It's group one. Yeah.
one? ついて
Yep.
しまいました。
I will. I'm going to punch you in the face.
しまいます。
Yes. Tsuite shimaimasu. Good.
Can I ask you now?
Sure. Yeah.
Because so not about punching in the face. When I said Twitter, it has this te at the end.
Yep.
What if I would say tsui shimaimasu? Would this be honorific?
You say I'm going to otsuki shimaimasu. This would be I'm going to honorably punch you in the face. Yeah. Yeah. It's very useful in Zaviacho, I imagine.
Yeah.
So many Japanese people that need punching in the face. Yeah.
Not many, but I would punch them all.
Okay, cool. Any questions, guys? Excellent. Let's go. Let's have a quick revision of last week's stuff. We did this last week. I'm just about to punch you in the face. I just did. So if you say, I'm just about to pay into the bank account, this is the future. I'm sorry, let's put my little red pointy thing on. I'm just writing an application form. This is the present continuous. And I've just finished eating dinner. This is clearly the past tense. We can express that I've just about done it. So all of these have an aspect of just now, right now, or about to. For present and for present future and continuous tense, this pink one and the yellow one, then we have the verb in the infinitive plus tokorodes. So this might, or in the plain present continuous tense plus tokorodes. So we only have tokorodes for the future and the present continuous tense. For the past tense, we can use tokorodes or we can use bakkari desu. And you can emphasize the immediacy, the nowness of it by putting at the beginning of the sentence tadaima, which just means just now. Just now. It's what you say when you come through the door when you've returned home. Tadaima. In some parts of Japan, people pronounce this as tataima, but this is so rare that some Japanese people don't even recognize this as being Japanese. Okay, any questions? Good. Let's have a quick practice then. Let's do, how many of you is there? 1, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, okay. Let's go start from Joel. Right now, I'm just feeding the cat. He looks very hungry. Oh, you're muted, Joel.
ただいま猫を to feed 食わす
So there's a couple of things you can do. So first, the word for animal food isn't ryori or shokuji, it's esa. In English, we would translate this as feed. So we say like horse feed and cow feed. And then to give that food to either animals or children, which are kind of the same thing, you can either use yaru or ataeru.
Okay. So ただいま猫に
Good.
餌をやって、やっているところです。
Perfect. He looks very hungry.
What do you say? Hungry?
You know
ペコ
this, I
ペコ
think.
そうです。
This is good. Peko peko daso desu.
ペコペコだそうです。
Nice introduction of some onomatopoeia. Peko peko. There's another way of saying this, isn't there? Hungry.
I can't
Nobody?
remember the word.
Who can help?
あ、
お腹。
お腹が
すいた。お腹がすいた。
Suita. Yeah.
すいた。
Or suiteimasu. Both of these is fine. Yep. Good.
Can you also say araheta?
Araheta, I was about to say this. Yeah, there's a more casual way of
Mm.
saying this, which is, as you said, Kelly, is hara, which also means your tummy,
Mm.
ga hetta, which comes from heru, meaning to reduce. My tummy has got smaller. I wish that was true. Hara ga hetta. Cool, good. Kelly, you're next. Right now, I'm just pouring some tea. Would you like to come and drink some?
ただいまお茶を注いでいます。
Sosoide, it's going to be in the plain form. So
いる
Yep.
どころです。
Yep.
切って飲みませんか？
Kite nomimasen ka? How would you say, won't you come and drink some? In slightly differently to what you've done here, though. So this means come and won't you drink? But how do you say come and drink? Do you remember this? Like, let's go and eat some sushi. Let's go and watch a movie.
You? No. In the mashu? No.
Not quite, no. Who can help? Anybody? Kim, go ahead. Step forwards.
Nomini.
Yep.
Ikimasu ka?
No.
Kimasu ka?
Kimaska, and it's an invitation. So, as yeah, exactly. Nomini kimasenka. Yeah, this is a slightly better way of doing it. Nomini kimasenka. Good. Kim, you're next. I've just left the cafe. It was really busy and noisy in there.
Tadaima.
Yeah.
Cafe ni.
Okay, let's come back to it in a second.
To leave. That I don't know.
How do you say go out?
Hairu is to enter.
Say again.
Noru is to enter.
Hairu
Hairu is to enter.
Yeah, and then to leave is
Dekiru?
deru.
No.
Deru.
Deru.
Yeah.
That's one of those. I have to remember them. Deru.
Actually, there is a connection between these two words, actually. This is deru. Deru. So think of this as somebody holding out their hands like this to open the doors to get out. Deru. And then dekiru is actually made up of deru and kuru, to come. Somehow this ends up as dekiru, to meaning to be able to. Don't ask. It's a compound verb. Yeah.
Now,
Deru.
Deru. I have just left. So I have to put that one in the past tense.
Right.
Deru.
So which group do you think deru
I
is?
think it's group 3 or something.
No.
One of those weirdos.
Group 3 is irregular. There's only 2 of them, kuru and suru. It can be either 1 or 2.
Then it's, let's go for 2.
2. Okay, let's go for 2. Okay.
And it's just that day?
Yeah.
No, data. Or that.
Detta, yeah.
Data. Bakari desu.
Very good. Okay. Bakari desu. Okay.
Cafe.
What's this going to be?
There.
If you said there, you'd be understood. It's not quite right there.
There. Or ni.
Okay, so ni is used.
No, that's a direction.
Yeah, it's a direction towards something. So you can't say cafe ni demashita.
Then it's all. I left the
from.
cafe. It's an object that I left.
Mukesh, you said
Can you say from?
you can. So this would
Like
be
kara.
kara. You can. Both of these are fine. or kara.
Kara. It's really busy and noisy in there. Totemo busy. I've learned izugashi, but that's not.
Yeah, that means occupied. So for busy, who can remember the na adjective to mean lively and busy? Not crowded, but one more time, David?
I think it was Nigiyaka.
Very good. Nigiyaka.
Okay. Noise.
This is your list of na adjectives, guys. It's actually a very useful one. Sosoroshi. Horrible.
Noisy.
Urusai. Oh, no, sorry, noisy. Right. Okay. Yeah. Noisy is urusai. Urusai. But I need to know how to connect these na adjectives together.
With the.
Good.
Urusai.
Say.
Was it?
Yep.
And in there. No idea.
Well, you're talking about the cafe, so do you need to say?
So is it kokoni?
This is just English garbage that you don't need to worry about. What you're saying is the cafe was busy and noisy.
Cafe wa totemo nigiyaka de urusai desu.
Yeah, sure. Cool. I mean, I don't think you need to mention the cafe. You've already mentioned it.
Because I'm already talking about the cafe.
Yeah, unless you're talking about yourself, you want to say I'm very lively and noisy.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
In this case, what it says is it is really busy and noisy in there. If you wanted to say it was, would you put urusai into the past? So
yes.
urusakata.
That is, yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I was wondering because it has the two adjectives, one na adjective and one e adjective. So you put in the past wherever is the last adjective.
Exactly. It's the last one that tells you the tense of the sentence. So
If it was the other way around, it would be urusai.
so it's an e adjective, so it would be
Urusakte.
Good.
And nikiyaka deshita.
Deshita. Good. Yeah, because it's a na adjective. Excellent. Good. It was a good. Wukash, I've just finished talking to Tom. He sounded very well.
Tomuto. Just finish. It will be hanasu hanashita bakkari desu. He sounded very well. We did this sounded very well. Genki. This is not Genki na. Genki so deshita.
So for na adjectives, we have to put this in there, don't we?
Genki da so desu.
This. Excellent. Good. Yeah. Not only well, but very well. So.
Totemo genki da so desu.
Very good. Yeah. Totemo genki. This is. I just spoke to Tom, but how would you say I just finished talking? I just finished talking to Tom.
Is this something like this come and drink thing?
No, it's a compound verb to say to finish doing something. What's the end to finish?
Yes, finish, and owari.
Owari, yep.
Hanashi owaru owatta.
Perfect. Tom to hanashi owatta bakari desu. Totemo genki desu desu. Really good. Cool. Aga, I've just arrived at the station. Now I'm going to go and buy a newspaper.
Eki de suita ところです。
はい。
新聞 It's newspaper 新聞の買いに行きます。
Good. But I'm just about to go and do this. So I also want this to be.
And 新聞を買いに、行くところです。
Yeah, good. This is correct. Eki nani? Eki dead sweet to koro desu would be understood, but it sounds like you thrust somebody in the station. Or you punch them in the station.
駅に
Yes, eki ni. Good. Oops, sorry. Eki ni. Good. Okay, and Kim, go ahead. Sure.
If you want to, is it needed to use tokoro des again in the second sentence if you want to make it the present continuous tense? Would you say kai ni itte imasu?
Yeah, you could say this.
But it doesn't sound okay, or what?
No, it's fine. It's fine. It's just I wanted to make you guys practice the tokoro and bakari. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I mean, in this case, if I was saying this naturally, I would say eki ni tsuita tokoro desu. Ima Shinbun o kai ni ikimasu, to state I'm now going to go and buy a newspaper. Yeah. Okay, and last but not least, David, this party looks fun. I'd like to join in, but I'm just about to go home.
Oh, great. このパーティーが楽しそうです。
そうです。
I'd like to join in. Uh, 一緒にやりたいけれど
Okay, if you say ishini yaritai, out of context, this can sound like I'd like to do it with you.
Does it? Oh, wait, okay. Let's not use that. How do you say I'd like to join in then?
So you can use
what's
join
10?
suru. You can use join suru,
一緒に join する
or do you remember participate? The word participate. Sanka suru.
参加する。
Yeah.
一緒に参加するけれ
I want to.
参加したいけれど
Good.
About to go home. 帰るところです。
Yeah, exactly this. Good. Excellent. Okay, let's do some practice, guys, because of course. So what I'd like us to do, we're going to do this in a slightly different way to normal. I'll read it out first, and you can read it at the same time. Understand what the English is or what it is in your own language, what the meaning of the sentence is first. Then I'll ask you just to say it while reading it. Then I'm going to ask you to say it without reading the screen. Okay? Okay, so right now I'm just feeding the cat. He looks very hungry. Tadaima neko ni esa o yatteru tokoro desu. Peko peko da sou desu. Okay, so you guys say it and unmute yourselves, please. You can read it and say it at the same time. Can't hear any of you. You're all
ただいま猫に餌を
ただいま猫
猫
餌をやっているところです。
餌をやって
ペコペコだそうです。
ペコペコだそうで
ペ
す。
コペコだそうです。
Okay, now try and not read the screen and say it out loud.
ただいま
ただいま
あ
ただいま
ただいま
猫をやって
猫
餌を
に餌
とこ
を
ろです。
いるところです。ペコペコだそうです。
猫
ペコペコだそうです。
ペコペコです。
You were reading it off the screen, Lukash, I can tell.
No, I only remembered peko, tadaima and peko peko daそうです。
Oh, okay, cool, good. Okay, right now I'm just pouring some tea. Would you like to come and drink some? So I'm pouring tea. Do you want to come and drink some? Tadaima ocha o sosoide iru tokoro desu. Kite nomimasen ka? Hai dozo. Unmute yourselves, guys.
ただいまお茶を注いでいるところ
で飲み
です。
ませんか？
で飲みませんか
で飲みませんか？
で飲みませんか？
に来
飲み
ませんか？
ませんか？
Okay, now without reading it.
ただいま
ただいま
お茶を
注いでいるところです。
ところです。
注いでいる
飲みませんか？
です。
行きませんか？
飲みに来ませんか？
来ませんか？
Good. Excellent. I've just left the cafe. So I've just left the cafe, standing outside. It was really busy and noisy in there. So, tadaima cafe o detta bakari desu. Totemo nikiyaka de urusukatta desu. どうぞ。
ただいま
ただいま
カフェ
カフェ
を
を
ばかりです。
あばかりです。
とてもにぎやか
と
で
っても
賑やかでうるさかったです。
うるさかったです。
Okay, and now without reading it.
ただいま
ただいま
カフ
カ
ェ
フェ
を
カフェを
出た
something
ば
something
かりです。
ばかりです。
とっても
とても
賑や
にぎや
で
あ
うるさかったです。
かで
です。
うるさかったで。
ですうるさかったです。
Good. Okay.
どうしたかった？
嬉しかったです。
はい。
Yeah. Just finished talking to Tom. He sounded very well. Tom と話し終わったばかりです。とっても元気だそうです。はい、どうぞ。
本当
本
話
当
し終わったばかりです。
ばかり
と
です。
ても
とても
元気だ
元気だ
そうで
とても元
す。
気だそうです。
Good. And now without reading it.
本当
本
話し終わったばかりです。
ばかりです。
とても元気だそうです。
とても元気だそうです。
Good. I've just arrived at the station. Now I'm going to buy a newspaper. 駅に着いたところです。新聞を買いに行くところです。
駅に
着
着いたところ
駅に
です。
着いたところです。
分を
新聞を買いに行くところです
と。ころです。
Okay, and without reading.
駅に
に
着いたところで。
ですす。
着いたところです。
新聞を
新聞を買いに
買い
はい
行くところで
行くと
す。
ころ
そう
です。
です。
あるの。
Okay, this party looks fun.
買いに行くところです。
Yeah, exactly. 買いに行くところです。This party looks fun. I would like to join in, but I'm about to go home. このパーティーが楽しそうです。一緒に参加したいけど、帰るところです。はい、どうぞ。
この
このパーティーが楽しそうです。
に参加したいけど、
一緒に参加したいけど帰るところです。
けど、帰るところです。
はい、読まずにどうぞ。
このパーティーに楽しそうです。
そうです。
一緒に
一緒に
参加したいけど
けど帰ると
帰
ころです。
るところです。
something けど、帰るところです。
I mean, you can say join したい。join したい。
words.
Okay, good. Right, any questions about Dokoro, Bacardi, Bacardi, Coke? No?
Yes,
Excellent.
please.
It's a good idea.
Hello, we hebben een mailtje.
Oops, hello. Right, let's move on to today's topic. Conditional to and why we avoid using it for and. So right back towards the early years of Andy's Japanese Corner, there were people using to as a conditional. I remember a lot of people use this. I think Yari was using it a lot to say, if I speak Japanese, then I will be able to speak to Japanese people very well. Nihongo hanasu to Nihonjin to yoku shaberu. But this isn't correct. You can't use it in this kind of conditional. It's used for explaining. We didn't do this last Tuesday night, did we?
Friday, I think.
I think
Friday. No, Friday would have been Tassogare. It would have been either Tuesday night or Thursday morning.
Tuesday.
Feels very familiar to me.
We've definitely done this recently, but
It might have been last Thursday, David, at the on the Asahi class during the
I wasn't at
daytime.
the Asahi one.
Ah,
These are my last notes, the conditional of to, and that was Friday.
did I shift the? No,
That's
Friday
what
would
you
have been
did.
Tassogare. That would have been an
It
advanced
was last
class.
Tuesday.
It was last
we
Tuesday.
started.
How was it? Oh,
Yes, we started.
I didn't make any notes then on Friday.
Okay, okay. Right, so we've actually done a revision of 2 weeks ago. Let's see so we can get through this really quickly because it's kind of easy. What are the three conditional types that you can use to for? Who can remember? So I think nearly all of you have been through the to conditional before.
Natural consequences.
Right, natural consequences, good.
When you want to give directions to somebody,
Good.
Use of machines.
Yay, well done. Excellent. Yeah. So the scenarios I actually said natural consequences. Oh, that's okay. Provided you're reading them, provided they are there and you're reading them, this is fine. Yeah, so like a natural consequence, if you jump into the sea, then you will get wet. Use of machines, if you switch on the electricity, then it will become light. And giving directions, if you turn left, then there is a church on your right. So these are kind of nothing to do with human choices. These are to do with things that will absolutely happen. They're absolutes. Jump in the sea, you get wet. Jump off out of an airplane without a parachute, you'll probably die. Switch on the electricity, crash your car into a wall, it will get damaged. These are all kind of things which are unarguable facts. So for this reason, we can't use it for requests. What have I said here? Requests, preferences, prohibitions, or human reactions. They're nothing to do with humans and your choices. The regulation is really simple. Here comes Annika. The condition and the outcome are always in the present tense. Annika. So the condition, for example, umi ni tobidasu to. So this is in the plain present form. Then you'll become wet. Nuremasu, nureru, nuremasu. So these are always in the present tense. They can't be in the past tense. So conditional in the plain form, to, and then the outcome. As simple as this. Were you here last Tuesday night, Annika? No, okay. So Annika, just to help, this is talk conditional. These are the only 3 scenarios that you can use it in. And they're not a kind of, oh, if you're going to the party, then I would like to go as well. It's not these kind of human choices. This is about natural consequences. Stab yourself with a knife and you'll die. Uses of machines, switch on the switchy and it will become light. And then giving directions, if you turn left, then there is a church on your right. These kind of factual things that are not choice-based.
I think I heard this somewhere.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, we had it at Tasogare group someday, long time ago.
Ah, right. Yes. Yeah. Almost certainly. Yeah. So the condition settings must be in the plain form. I've already said that. For E adjectives, just state the adjective. So the plain form of any E adjective is the adjective by itself. For example, if I say it is hot, I would say atsui desu. The plain form of this, the casual form of this, is atsui, atsui, or atsukunai if it's negative. So I just remove the des. Now, the thing that you need to make a note of, especially guys, for na adjectives and nouns, for the affirmative, we put da, but for the negative, we don't say janai, which is the normal way of saying it is not convenient or it is not a festival or something. We have to use denai for the negative na adjective. Denai. Genki, for example, benri denai to, ikizurai. If it's not convenient, it is difficult to get to. It's a slight irregular rule, so I recommend writing it down if you don't know it completely.
Quick question then. If we can only use it in those 3 scenarios, earlier in the lesson it's Tom-san to hanashi o wata. How does that work then?
This to just means with.
Oh, just with, okay.
Yeah.
It's a different to.
Yeah. So
okay.
Remember that for example, to is also used in an exhaustive list of items. So for example, watashi no te no naka no ue ni pen to rura ga arimasu. So I can use to for counting an exhaustive list of objects. If I want to say I'm going with Annika to carry out a spree killing, then I would say Annika-san to issho ni spree killing o shi ni ikimasu. I can use for with, for and then this is a different kind of to. This is the conditional. Yeah. Okay, so let's try and translate these three above. Let's see if we can do them perfectly, shall we? I'll give you a few, actually, guys, I'm going to give you a few minutes. I'd like you to write down the answers to these. Can you translate these three sentences using top conditional? And I'll be back after I've got some clues. Minasan, なんでアルコールを飲んでないですか? Why? Kim, that looks very much like water. Wukash, that looks like coffee or tea. Doesn't even look like real tea. It looks like fruit tea or something, some kind of crap. Annika, is that also some kind of weird tea you drink?
Normal tea, not weird.
Normal tea? This time of night? It's nearly bedtime. You can't drink tea before bed.
The last 2 days were not a good idea at
Oh,
the
okay.
moment.
Yeah, the worse the day, the more alcohol should be drunk, I think.
I have no tonic here, unfortunately.
Just drink it neat.
Tuesday, it's too early in the week.
No, Tuesday's the perfect day.
Was Monday that bad?
Every day is bad, but it's getting close to Christmas. So anyway, I've got to warm up for the weekend, David.
Oh, good grief.
I only have to teach Jodo at the weekend, so, and I'm in charge of the seminar, so
Yeah.
doesn't matter if I'm hungover or
Looking
still
forward to it,
drunk.
actually.
Yeah. Yaktan minasan. どうですか? Okay, a couple more minutes. You speak Polish, Kim.
Context helps.
True, yeah.
What was the last sentence?
Oh, sorry. Is it
Andy,
sharing?
email's visible.
Oh, sorry. I might need to edit that recording now. Where are we? Yeah.
Turn left.
Let's try. Let's give it a go. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just that. Just a second. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Annika, would you like to go for this first one?
はい。海に飛ぶと濡れます。
Good. Okay. Did anybody get anything additional to this? Okay, go ahead.
海に飛び込むと濡れます。
Very good. Yeah. Exactly. Everybody understands this tobikomu, do they? Yeah. Good. Excellent. Anybody get anything different to this? Excellent. Good. Aga, if you switch on the electricity, it will become light in here. Aga?
電気をつけるとここに青くなります。
So the it's not aruku, it's akarui. Akarui is the
明るくになります。
so this is already
なります。
なります
without
exactly, yeah. Good. Did anybody get anything different to this? Kim?
Just 知れます.
Shiremasu. What's that from?
It was a edict and says to become light.
Oh, shiremasu. I think this means
知れる. It was
Shireru?
the thing,
Ah,
and I
so
made it 知れます.
oops. Just a second. Could be a new word. Shireru. This means to come to light, but this means for something to become obvious.
It's not. Yeah.
You mean this one?
To become known. Yes.
Yeah, this means to become known, to become obvious.
Yeah. It's not the same.
No.
Meaning. No. Wrong.
Wrong. Okay, no problem. And then let's see. Jua. If you turn left, then there is a church on your right.
左を曲がると
Good.
右で教会あります。
右で教会
教会あります。
あります。Okay. This would all be understood. There's just a few particles that need clearing up though. So you know that, well, there's only two.
左に
Yeah,
曲がる。
exactly. Yeah. Hidari ni. Oops. Let's just correct this.
Yeah, it's that direction, yeah.
Yeah. Hidari ni magaru to miki de. Remember the verb here is arimasu.
右に
Migi
教
ni.
会あります。
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Good. Yeah. So if you want to say turn right at the next corner, then the corner has the o attached to it. So tsugi no kado, which means the next corner, this would be o.
Okay.
And then migi ni magate kudasai. So this would be where you'd use or to say the thing that you're turning right on.
Okay.
Yeah. Anybody get anything else different to this?
What about Mabadu?
Mawaru.
Yeah.
So let me just quickly stop sharing a second. There's a
I
few.
know there was a difference, but
So yeah, there's various ways of saying to turn in Japanese, and the nuance. If you said mawaru, you'd be understood, but the nuance is slightly different. So mawaru means to rotate, which means on the spot to turn. For example, if you're saying to somebody at the beginning of a shiro, migi ni mawatte kudasai. So mawaru would be correct for this. When you're moving forwards and you want to turn, you actually kind of go on a curve. So you sort of bend your path so that the word is to bend, which is magaru for the intransitive. And if you want to bend something, this is mageru. So this is, yeah, kind of means incline or curve to the left or the right.
That's why I couldn't find to turn a edict, because it is to bend.
Yeah, basically. Let's have a quick look. Magaru.
Yeah, I found several things like turning, but not in that context.
Yeah, it's this first one though. It's this magaru.
You have it.
Oh, I just put magaru in. Let me just
but when you put turn, when you look for turn, then
there's probably hundreds, isn't there?
Yeah.
Yeah, modoru to turn back. Yep, go ahead.
And mageru is if you turn something.
Yeah, it's a transitive.
An object or something.
To bend something. Mageru. Yeah. If you want to fold something, though, you guys already know what this word is. Fold something. Trust me, you already know the word. You already know the word.
Oru?
Yeah, oru. Where does this come from?
It's not origami, is it?
Yeah, exactly. Origami means oru, from oru, ori, and kami, meaning paper, is gami, origami.
Kami with the okay.
Yeah, just means folded paper. Yeah, origami. Okay, good. Let's move on to. Are we going to go on to a new lesson today, or should we do some listening practice from the? Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to do some listening practice, really. Is it okay with you guys to do some video listening stuff? It's kind of a bit more entertaining and probably a bit more useful now. Here we go. Sorry, I have to do this again. Let's look at the next episode of Naron-san and his adventures in trying to not get arrested in Japan. Can you guys all see this?
Right.
Okay,
right.
Here we go. We'll watch the first kind of thing all the way through, and then we'll see what there needs to be added to your vocabulary.
See what?
Can you not see this? It should be a video ready to go. No?
I see a blank screen, like large grey.
Okay, let me try this again. Hang on.
Just you.
How about the rest of you guys? Can you see this?
Yes, I can.
David, can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Yep. Okay, so the subject of today is this thing here. Can anybody read this?
No.
This is hana, flower, and mi, to see. Hanami, exactly, yes. Here we go.
Wow, 綺麗ですね。
本当に綺麗ですね。
今年はなかなか咲きませんでしたが、やっと咲きました。
そうですか。ずいぶん人が多いですね。
ええ、今日は日曜日だし天気もいいし。
それにここの桜は有名ですからね。
そうですか。日本人は花を見ながらお酒を飲んだり歌ったりするんですね。
ええ、私たちもあの桜の下でお弁当を食べましょう。
Enough. In the second episode of this video, Nihon gets so drunk on sake that he vomits on the family sitting next to them while doing hanami, and actually on top of the child's head. The child then runs off and falls into a pond and has to be rescued by the emergency services. But we'll watch that next week.
Promise?
Yeah, of course.
No crocodiles involved.
Prove it. Prove it. I don't believe you.
Okay, there's a couple of words and a couple of bits of grammar that we've studied in the Tasogare class, but you guys, if you've only been doing this, won't have reached there yet. Let's quickly look at these. So, hang on. Let's try that again. Okay, first, what's cherry blossom in Japanese, guys?
Sakura.
Sakura. Good. And the word to bloom, that means for flowers to open, is if you link it to the word sakura, the verb is saku. Saku. So sakura ga saku. The cherry blossom blooms. Sakura ga saku. Joel-san, お弁当は何ですか？
お弁当？
はい、お弁当というのは何でしょうか？
It's a box. It's the food box.
So it's like a packed lunch, isn't it?
Like a packed lunch, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Isn't this just bento?
So
Or is honorific, or this is just bento?
It's honorific. So
okay, thank you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's just basically bento. Yeah, good. Now, the bit of grammar that we haven't done in this class, but we've only just done it in the Tasogare class, is if you want to say we like to do things like eating, drinking, fighting, etc. This kind of sentence. You can't really use the te form because te form limits what you can do in that sentence. If you, for example, if you said taberu koto, nomu koto, tatakau koto, ga suki desu, then this just means we like to eat, drink, and fight, but it doesn't kind of suggest anything else. If you want to say we kind of like doing things like fighting, drinking, and eating, then instead of using taberu, you'd say tabetari, nondari, use this tari form. Sorry, just explain what this is. Tari form, which is made out of the plain past tense plus ri. Tabetari, nondari, tatakattari, koto ga suki desu. So it makes a non-exclusive or not a non-exhaustive list of things that you are doing, have done, will do, or like doing, using this tari form. We'll get onto this in probably about 2 months, guys. So a good example sentence would be this one. Joel-san, Yasumi ni itta toki, nani o shimashita ka? Now, this is me obviously saying to Joel, what did you do on holiday? Obviously, I don't want him to tell me every single thing that he did from the moment he left his house to the moment he got home. This could take a long time. Well, first I took my car keys out of my pockets and I put them in the car and I unlocked the door and I got into the car and then I drove. Blah, blah, blah. I don't want to know this. I want to know the kind of thing, the sorts of interesting things that Joel was doing. So Joel, you can give me maybe 3 things you did on a holiday. How would you do this?
写真を撮ったり。
撮ったり。Good.
魚を食べたり。
はい。Have you drunk some delicious wine as well?
キノコを見たり。
And then you can finish the sentence with shimashita, which, yeah. So this shimashita then puts all of these things into a list, a non-exhaustive list that could be in any order, could be repeated many times during that time to say, I did these sorts of things. It's almost like coding, isn't it? It's going to be in the future tense as well. Anika-san. 次の旅行の時、何をするつもりですか? So what are you planning, what are you intending to do during your next travels? And then again, Annika, let's do a little non-exhaustive list of things that you're planning to do.
Sushi を食べたり、 ビールを飲んだり。
I like this holiday. Can I come?
Sure. 友達をmeeting friends.
So this becomes ao. In the plain past tense would be
attari.
Attari. And then let's finish it there. So then, go ahead.
I want to. So shimasu.
Yeah, this could be shimasu. What you were going to say was I want to, which is shitai desu. Or you could say I intend to suru tsumori desu. So this group, this list is just marked with suru at the end, whether it's in the future tense, present continuous, past tense, doesn't matter. Suru marks the end of that list. Any questions, guys? Okay, final bit of grammar from this particular exercise is, so this is a kind of non-exhaustive list of things that you did. What about a non-exhaustive list of adjectives? Andy is kind, clever, handsome. He can't spell either. Handsome. What else is he? Lukash, what do you think? Gray. Yeah, good.
Legasthenic.
Sorry?
Sorry. No.
Oh, I think you said humble, right? Humble. Very modest. Yeah, he's very modest.
And honest.
And honest, yes. Yeah. So But of course, I've got lots of other amazing qualities which aren't in this list. It's not limited to these qualities only.
It's unlimited.
It's very much unlimited, yeah. So you can say Andy-san ga yasashi. Now, if you use there, this starts to limit it to only the things you have in this sentence. So we don't want to use.
Don't do it. Don't do
no,
it.
don't do it. Don't do it. Yasashi shi. Atama ga ii shi. This shi is like the replacement for tari, but for adjectives instead of verbs. Handsome, 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 dashi, dashi, da, shi. That's a not adjective. Grey, nezu, shit, nezumi iro, dashi. Modest. I think it's what's modest again? I can't remember. Hang on.
Google translates it kenkyo.
Kenkyo ga aru kana?
I don't know.
Let's just type it into this. Oh, Mofest, not Mofest. Modest.
Kenkyo.
Kenkyo. Yeah.
Modesty
Okay.
is kenkyo.
Oh, it's an adjective. So it's a kenkyo dashi. And honest, makoto dashi. Makoto desu. We just finished this with the final one. Makoto, just leave it as makoto desu. So we can use shi with e adjectives in their plain form, or na adjectives in their plain form. So instead of des, we put da, and we've got a non-exhaustive list of qualities. Any questions? You all agree that I am kind, clever, handsome, grey, modest, and honest, right?
And many more.
It's written and it's in internet.
It's going to be recorded. It's going to go on YouTube shortly as well. So it's got to be correct. Yeah. Annika, dozo.
So the translation for clever is head is good.
He has a good head. Atama ga
Okay.
iishi. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I know. There is actually an e adjective for clever, but nobody really uses it, which is kashkoi. Yeah. Everybody just says atama ga ii, especially when they're talking about me. Ah, that's interesting. I typed in kashkoi into Wikipedia and my photograph is in there. Okay, that should be all the grammar and vocabulary that you need for this video, guys. So are you still taking notes? Yeah, okay. Give me a little wave when you're finished. It's a bit big, Kim. I think it needs to be like this. Like the Queen. So the Queen Elizabeth waves to people. She does this. Or is it this? I think it's this way.
These are not the verbs you're looking for.
Yeah. Shipko Buka, Shipko. Alles good?
Hi.
Hi. Let's go again. Back to here.
わあ、綺麗ですね。
本当に綺麗ですね。
今年はなかなか咲きませんでしたが、やっと咲きました。
そうですか。ずいぶん人が多いですね。
ええ、今日は日曜日だし、天気もいいし。
それにここの桜は有名ですからね。
そうですか。日本人は花を見ながらお酒を飲んだり歌ったりするんですね。
ええ、 私たちもあの桜の下でお弁当を食べましょう。
Sorry, the sound's a little bit difficult to hear, isn't it, with all the background noise? Let's go through it again. I'm going to do it without the enhanced image, the optimization. Wow, kirei desu ne. Everybody understands? Wow, 本当に綺麗ですね。今年はなかなか咲きませんでしたが、今年はなかなか咲きませんでしたが。So 今年は means 今年は
This year?
This year?
This year.
なかなか
Quite.
咲きませんで Not
What is
quite.
it?
Quite.
Quiet.
Not quiet. Quite. Quite. Q-U-I-T-E.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Like silence.
No.
No.
As in intensely.
Q-U-I-T-E. Yeah, that's intensely.
Okay. Yeah.
咲きませんでした. It's the verb I just told you at the beginning of this video. So this means
Not quite bloomed.
To bloom.
yeah, this year they didn't bloom very much. Nakanaka sakimasen deshita. They didn't bloom very much this year. Ah, there's another word. Yatto sakimashita. Yatto means at last, finally. Sakimashita.
They bloomed.
Finally, yeah, exactly. Yeah. Do desu ka? Of course.
Is
that
it
right?
so?
Yeah. So it's again quite difficult to hear. Zuibun. Zuibun is quite like nakanaka. Zuibun. That kind of means a lot. Hito ga oi desu ne. Zuibun hito. Go ahead.
People?
Yeah. Ga oi desu.
No.
Yeah.
Gathered around or something?
Oi just means many. Oi. It's a e adjective. Oi. Go ahead.
Just like there are a lot of people.
Exactly this. Yeah. Zuibun hito ga oi desu ne. Sorry. Hang on.
This one.
今日は日曜日だし、天気もいいし。means はい。今日は日曜日だし。
Is this what you just said to us, right? Dashi, when you join the adjectives.
Yeah, exactly. 日曜日だし、天気もいいし。
Nichiobi, is that Sunday?
Yeah.
Today's Sunday, the weather's good.
Yeah, exactly. Today is Sunday, the weather's good. This is why there's so many people there. Zuibun hito ga oi desu ne. There's so many people here. Hi. 今日は日曜日だし、天気もいいし。So it's Sunday, the weather's good. It means, of course, there's lots of people here. These are the reasons. So れに、ここの桜は有名ですからね。それに means kind of additionally on top of that. それに、ここの桜は有名ですからね。Anyone else want to try? ここの桜は有名ですからね。有名 means
Famous?
Oh, they're dreamy.
famous. Exactly, famous. Yume.
Famous.
Sorry, Yume. Not Yume, but Yume. Sorry, Kelly, one more time.
So these are the famous sakura trees?
Yeah, exactly. The secretaries here are famous also. Yeah. ちょっと待って。日本人は花を見ながらお酒を飲んだり。ちょっと待って。I need to read the next page. Shit, hang on. 日本人は桜を見ながら酒を飲んだり歌ったりするんですね。日本人は桜を見ながらお酒を飲んだり歌ったりするんですね。
While watching Sakura, people are drinking. Oh, I mean, I don't know whether there is people there, but I don't
Yeah,
know.
Nihonjin, Japanese people.
So Japanese people are drinking, and then uttari?
Singing.
What's that? Singing, yeah.
Utattari.
Watching also? Me?
I know, well, he said while they're
watching.
looking, while they're doing hanami, while they're watching the sakura, they like to drink. They like to do things like drinking sake and singing. This is what they do. Osake o nondari, drinking sake, utattari, singing, surun desu ne. They do this. Alles good?
Hi.
Yeah. 私たちもあの桜の下でお弁当食べましょう。私たちもあの桜の下でお弁当食べましょう。
I must say, your Japanese is much more easy to understand than those Japanese.
Yeah, I think also the background noise on this is a bit, the sound quality is a bit poor on these anyway.
This show I didn't get at all from.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult to hear. But guys, let's translate this. 私たちもあの桜の下でお弁当食べましょう。
We also can also eat underneath the trees.
Yeah, exactly. Underneath that sakura tree. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's listen to that section again. And now you kind of know what's going on. Try and connect the words that they say and what you know they're saying.
We have no sound. We have no sound.
Yes, no sound.
Actually, let me just turn on the enhancements, otherwise the sound's even worse.
Wow, 綺麗ですね。
本当に綺麗ですね。
今年はなかなか咲きませんでしたが、やっと咲きました。
そうですか。随分人が多いですね。
ええ、今日は日曜日だし、天気もいいし。
それにここの桜は有名ですからね。
そうですか。日本人は花を見ながらお酒を飲んだり歌ったりするんですね。
ええ、私たちもあの桜の下でお弁当を食べましょう。
Yeah. How's that? Easier? Obviously, when you know what they're saying, it's easy to understand. But as I said before, the trick is to link what you know they're saying and to hear them saying it and say, oh, I can recognize some of those words now. One more sniffle shuffle? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's hope we don't get too many new grammar or vocabulary. Let's watch it there. Who ordered the scorpions? Yeah. I think I'll have this briefcase. Fuck!
すみません。今の電車にカバンを忘れてしまったんですが、どこに置いたんですか？2両目の網棚の上です。どんなカバンですか？黒いカバンです。このくらいの。何が入っていますか？書類と手帳が入っています。じゃあ、すぐ連絡しますから、ちょっと待っていてください。あ、そうですか。はい。ありましたよ。ああ、よかった。今、新宿駅にありますが、どうしますか？すぐ取りに行きます。
That's interesting. The Japanese person's Japanese was much easier to understand than the foreigners. Okay, let's just do the. We'll avoid all the reading on the train bit and just go straight to the problem here.
Sumimasen. 今の電車にカバンを忘れてしまったんですが、どこに置いたんですか？2両目の網棚の上です。どんなカバンですか？黒いカバンです。このくらいの。何が入っていますか？書類と手帳が入っています。
What?
じゃあ、
hang on a second. The words don't match up with what you said.
このくらいの。何が入っていますか？書類と手帳が入っています。
Okay.
じゃあ、すぐ連絡しますから、ちょっと待っていてください。あ、そうですか。はい。ありましたよ。ああ、よかった。今、新宿駅にありますが、どうしますか？すぐ取りに行きます。
Okay, how was that, guys? Did I remember to turn the sound on, by the way?
Yes.
Just
Sound
checking.
was okay.
Okay, I don't think there was anything in there, grammar-wise, that you haven't already done. It was fairly normal kind of conversation. There's a few words which were probably going to be new, so let's go through this sentence by sentence. Can you all see it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Actually, the subtitles aren't quite correct, but this says Ima. He said Ima no resha ni, which means an express train. Ima no resha ni kaban o wasurete shimattan desu ga. Ima no resha ni kaban, which means a bag or a briefcase. Wasurete shimattan desu ga. Dozo, anybody?
Forgotten.
Mm-hmm.
It's a bad context, but
Any other details on that?
I forgot my briefcase on the express train.
Yeah, the one that just happened now. Yeah, so ima no resha.
Regrettably.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Regrettably. Yeah. Ima no resha ni kaban o wasurete. So wasureru, to forget. Wasurete shimattan desu ka. And it's in the form, the ndes form, to mean do something about it, please.
So,
yeah, yeah.
今の電車にカバンを忘れてしまったんですが。
To be honest, even Japanese people don't speak this quickly. Like this.
And his accent.
Yeah. Go ahead, Kim.
There's ga at the end.
Yeah, with ... to mean please do something. I've left my, not just, hey, I left my briefcase on the train. And that's it. It's I mean.
And that's also because it is the des.
Right. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And the ga is just used as a kind of ... Yeah. It's okay. Who's leaving? Joel. Okay, Joel. See you later. Ciao, ciao.
Bye, Joel.
Bye.
Actually, as a test of your own Japanese, see if you can understand what he's saying, because it's really fast and heavily accented.
すみません。今の電車にカバンを忘れてしまったんですが、どこに置いたんですか？
どこに置いたんですか？どこに置いたんですか？ Anybody?
Where have you forgotten?
Yeah, but yeah, oku. So oku, this comes from oku, to place, okimasu. Okimashita, oitan desu ka?
Where have you left it?
Yeah, exactly.
Where
have you left it? Exactly this. Yeah.
すみません。今の電車にカバンを忘れてしまったんですが。
すいませんが、あなたはボラットじゃないですか?
Doesn't he say just densha?
So in the subtitles it says densha, meaning train, but what he actually said was resha, which means express train. Resha. Let's go back a little bit.
どこに置いたんですか？2両目の網棚の上です。
Okay, this is a bit fast as well. Hang on.
どこに置いたんですか？2両目。
2両目の網棚の上です。網棚 means, well, it actually means a netted shelf. So it's the, you know, years ago on trains, the shelves were made out of a kind of net, weren't they?
Yes.
This is called an amidana. Yeah, a long time ago. This is called an amidana. Ami meaning net, and dana meaning, or tana meaning shelf. From tanashita, the form tanashita. Yeah, tana meaning shelf. Amidana, not uedes. So ni ryome, second carriage. No amidana, no uedes.
On top of the
luggage shelf in the second carriage.
目の網棚の上です。どんなカバンですか？
どんなカバンですか?
Which?
What kind of
suitcase?
Good. Exactly. What kind of case was it?
黒いカバンです。
黒いカバンです。
Black.
Yep.
Black.
Good.
このぐらいの。
このぐらい。
This size.
Like that.
Yeah, exactly like this. このぐらい。About this.
2両目の網棚の上です。どんなカバンですか？黒いカバンです。このぐらいの。何が入っていますか？
何が入っていますか?
What was in it?
Yeah, good. What is it? 何が入っていますか?
書類と手帳が入って
I would have no idea what he was saying. He said this. He said shorui, which means documents, to techo, which means notebook, ga haitte imasu. So there are documents and notebook. Shorui to techo ga haitte imasu. If I was even saying this to a Japanese person, I would say at this speed, shorui to techo ga haitte imasu. I would say shorui to techo ga haitte imasu. It's kind of, even a Japanese person probably wouldn't understand this.
入っています。じゃあすぐ連絡しますから。
じゃあすぐ連絡しますから。じゃあすぐ連絡しますから。
I'll make a quick call.
Yeah, I'll call. Yeah, exactly. I'll make a quick call. Or すぐ, like soon or now. 連絡しますから. I will contact the next. He means the next station. ちょっと待ってください。
ちょっと待っていてください。
シャイザ、シャイザ、シャイザ。
あ、そうですか。はい。ありましたよ。
ありましたよ means it was there. They've got it.
ああ、よかった。
Ah, thank fuck. And then he's. I'll read this first, and then you can hear it. 今新宿駅にありますか？どうしますか？今新宿駅にありますか？どうしますか？ Aga, you've been very quiet. Come on, you can do this one. 今新宿駅にありますか？どうしますか？
Right now, it's at Shinjuku Station. What we should do about that?
Yeah.
Something like that.
What will you do? Yeah. どうしますか？
今新宿駅にありますがどうしますか？すぐ取りに行きます。
すぐ取りに行きます。Annika?
I will go there and
Yeah.
get it.
Yeah, exactly. 取りに行きます。I'll go and take it. 取りに行きます。Okay, let's listen to that episode again and associate what they say with what you know they're saying.
すみません。今の電車にカバンを忘れてしまったんですが、どこに置いたんですか？2両目の網棚の上です。どんなカバンですか？黒いカバンです。このぐらいの。何が入っていますか？書類と手帳が入っています。じゃあすぐ連絡しますからちょっと待っていてください。あ、そうですか。はい。ありましたよ。ああ、よかった。今新宿駅にありますがどうしますか？すぐ取りに行きます。
So the speed that the station manager was speaking at is kind of normal speed for people who work in customer services. It's not fast. It's pretty clear. It's fluid. But if you can understand him, then this is pretty good, to be honest. If you can understand what the foreign guy is saying, then you can read kanji really well. I can understand anything he said. Okay, let's 10 minutes left. Do you want to do another one or call it a day? Let's finish there. Let's finish there, guys, because we've done a lot of stuff already, haven't we? Yeah. Okay, good.
What kind of computer do you have? A white one.
Got keys on it.
I found it. The launch codes are safe.
Right. Thanks, guys. お疲れ様でした。
ありがとう。
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 Have a nice evening. Ciao, ciao. Bye bye.
Ciao.
Bye.
Bye bye. またね。
またね。